Now, with coverage you can count on, KREM 2 News with the latest at 11.
Residents of this quiet North Spokane neighborhood are intensifying their battle against the city's proposal to build a maintenance facility on the edge of their community.
We don't need semis running up and down the roads. Accidents happen, and when they happen, it's too late.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nadine Woodward.
And I'm Charles Rowe. Hundreds of people in North Spokane are upset tonight about those city plans to build a huge maintenance facility for garbage trucks.
Residents have been fighting to keep that facility out, but they say the city isn't listening. They're not giving up, though. KREM 2's Rex Rowland joins us now live from the Gary Park neighborhood with more on this. Rex?
Behind this fence, an old lumber yard could become a 34-acre garbage truck maintenance facility, a facility right next to homes in the Gary Park neighborhood. Not only have hundreds of residents fought this proposal, they face a new concern. The Gary Park neighborhood is full of homes and kids. It's a good quality of life, but residents say what happens on this city property that lies on the edge of their community could shatter their quality of life. If a large maintenance facility is built here, thousands of garbage trucks could become their new neighbors.
We don't need the pollution, the semis, the trucks. We don't need the road hazards.
We just don't believe it needs to be in anybody's neighborhood, not just ours, anybody's.
Residents have fought the proposed facility for over a year. 700 people have signed a petition saying they don't want it. Now there's a new concern. A city sign storage facility could move into this building on the property.
I just been stressed, angry at the city for bringing this into our neighborhood or any neighborhood.
City administrators say they don't want to compromise the neighborhood. They say the sign storage facility would not be disruptive. They explained their position at this meeting, but most residents didn't go for it. The majority voted to deny the city's request.
The neighborhood is obviously not happy with this, but I think given the number of people that were here, about 31 or 32, maybe that represents the entire neighborhood. I don't know.
Behringer says the city will probably ask each resident what their opinion is, but before anything can happen on this property, the city council would have to approve it. Live in North Spokane, Rex Rowland, KREM 2 News.
Also making news tonight, there's still another delay in releasing the cause of that air tanker crash 5 months ago in Germany. 4 men were killed when their KC-135, based at Fairchild Air Force Base, crashed after an aborted landing. The U.S. Air Force determined what led to that crash back in March, but so far it has not released that information to the victims' families. The Air Force was supposed to make its findings public today. The Washington Air National Guard is also being kept in the dark, at least until June 4th. KREM 2 military sources say it appears a mechanical failure triggered that crash.
Well, tomorrow testimony will be heard in the first of 2 sentencing hearings for Scott Yeager. He faces the death penalty for killing Idaho State Trooper Linda Huff. In an exclusive interview with KREM 2 News, he recently expressed remorse for that murder.
On June 18th, after I had shot her when I was in the hospital, I woke up and I went, oh God, I killed somebody. I knew I killed somebody, and that was a real sickening feeling.
Yeager also went on to say he has asked God to forgive him. We will bring you live reports from Yeager's sentencing hearing tomorrow on KREM 2 News at noon, first at 5, and more at 6.
Bogus copies of new $100 bills that were designed specifically by the government not to be copied are turning up now in Spokane, Seattle, and Bellevue. Secret Service agents say they arrested a Spokane man after passing one of those phony bills at a supermarket. And tonight they're looking for several more people. Well, you won't be seeing outdoor tobacco ads around Spokane County much longer. The Spokane Regional Health District today banned those ads. The ban starts in 3 months and includes billboards. The only types of tobacco ads still to be allowed will be in black and white with no pictures. Over in Olympia, Washington lawmakers have passed a $4 billion transportation budget to end that special legislative session. That budget provides money for several area highways. $25 million will go to Spokane's proposed north-south freeway. $3 million will go to improve the Newport Highway. Another $127,000 will improve Highway 195 to Pullman. and almost $4.5 million will go to improving Interstate 90 between downtown Spokane and Pines Road.
Well, forecasters say it's going to be a beautiful weekend, but the warm temperatures have the KREM 2 storm team concerned about flooding. Broadcast meteorologist Tom Cherry tells us what fast rising temperatures mean for area rivers. Tom?
It means those rivers are going to rise. As a matter of fact, hydrologists out at the National Weather Service have already identified 4 problem areas in our area. And again, this is the current level of the rivers, and this is where the rivers would start to flood. And as you can see, most of the rivers are at least 4 feet below flood stage right now. Enaville is about 8 feet below flood stage. But with the warm temperatures expected over the weekend, with temperatures in some areas maybe getting close to 80 degrees, we could see even the beginning of some minor flooding out in the St. Mary's area by Monday or Tuesday. Now, you can monitor the river levels yourself on our website. That's at KREM.com. Just use the shortcut news links to see how high your local river is running. And of course, we're going to have daily updates for you right here on KREM 2 News. I'll tell you just how warm this weekend is going to get. Your complete forecast is coming up.
Exactly 1 month after the school shooting in Littleton, Colorado, another school shooting takes place. This time it was in Conyers, Georgia, a small town just outside of Atlanta. 6 students were wounded when a 15-year-old sophomore opened fire at Heritage High School. Fortunately, none of those injuries are life-threatening. Officials say the gunman brought 2 .22 caliber weapons to school because he was upset about breaking up with his girlfriend. Witnesses say an assistant principal wrestled the guns away from the boy, but not before several students were hurt.
Dropped off by my grandma, and then all of a sudden I saw everybody running out, and I thought we had a bomb threat or something, and then Drake had his foot all bloody and he was shot.
School psychologists say shootings like the one today in Conyers can be prevented by recognizing some warning signs. Here are a few things to look for. Students who habitually make violent threats when angry. Anyone who is preoccupied with weapons or explosives. Mistreating animals, or threatening or attempting suicide. Now, if you need information on where to go for help, call the First Call for Help line at 838-4428. It is a 24-hour service from Spokane Mental Health.
President Clinton traveled to Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado today to meet with the survivors of that school's massacre. Clinton spoke privately to victims and their families and addressed the community at a nearby school. Meanwhile, the U.S. Senate approves new restrictions on gun sales. If the House approves, safety devices will be required on the sale of handguns, and buyers at gun shows and pawn shops would have to wait 3 days for a background check before taking possession of a gun.
Most gun shows take place on weekends when courthouses and record departments are closed. Law enforcement may well need the full 3 days to do the job right.
The NRA tonight says thousands of minors and felons are arrested for illegally possessing a gun every year, but the Clinton administration is not prosecuting them.
In news out of Kosovo, Serbian President Milosevic is being offered a deal that would allow him to keep some troops in Kosovo. Now, once Milosevic agrees to NATO terms and begins withdrawing those forces from Kosovo, NATO would quit bombing. The bombing, though, would resume if Serb troops continued killing on their way out or stopped the withdrawal. Once Serb forces are out of Kosovo, a small number would be allowed back in to man border posts, guard holy sites, and clear landmines. So far, no word on Milosevic's reaction.
Well, we have a lot more to tell you about tonight, including the story of one girl and her bionic arm.
Find out how doctors are trying to make her dream of playing the piano come true.
He's a real chip off the old block. Robbie Knievel attempts to jump the Grand Canyon. Coming up.
Retailers move shopping into the next century. We'll take a shopping trip you won't forget in our Impact 2000 report.
And it's a special night for some Spokane people at the 5th Annual Diversity Awards. Coming up next.
Hi, Doug Parker and Poacher here to tell you that 13 really is a lucky number. After winning our 13th straight Toyota President's Award, our great customers have again voted Parker Toyota #1 in customer service and satisfaction for the 13th year in a row. Folks, there's no better gauge to tell you how your business is doing than when your customers say you're #1. How do we do it year after year? By always putting our customers #1. That's the only way we do business here at Parker Toyota, every day.
Good evening, everyone. 63 degrees our high temperature today. The overnight low was 40. We have some very warm temperatures to talk about, especially this weekend. I'll give you the complete details coming up.
The Honda Accord as anything other than roomy and luxurious, a lot has changed. It's time to take a closer look.
So who's coming to this barbecue anyway?
Stan and Amy. Cliff.
Cliff's coming?
Yeah.
I better get a ceiling fan for all the hot air.
From ceiling fans to barbecues,
Home Base has all the bases covered.
You'll also find roofing materials, electrical supplies, home decor, and a whole lot more. And you'll love the wider, brighter aisles and base buys for big savings. So go to the base, Home Base. We've got all the bases covered.
It's the Jeep Spring event, and great deals on your favorite Jeep vehicles are showing up wherever you look. Like a low $269 a month lease on Cherokee Sport, with air, remote keyless entry, and power windows and locks at no extra charge. Or get Jeep Wrangler for under 15 grand. The landscape will never be the same during the Jeep Spring event, the event that's getting everyone to sit up and take notice. Get these speakers when you buy or lease a Cherokee or Grand Cherokee with Infinity Sound.
Closed captioning sponsored by Toyota 4Runner, every day.
Good evening, everyone. We take a look at Storm Tracker 2 Plus. Look at the clear skies now beginning to move across areas of eastern Washington. This loop goes back about 4 hours. We had a few mountain showers up around the Washington and British Columbia border. Also some showers that moved through areas of central Idaho into the mountain regions there. High pressure building out into the Pacific. As the trough begins to dig farther south, the ridge begins to build. As that happens, we're going to see warmer temperatures and clear skies develop across the area. As a matter of fact, Cloud Tracker forecasting where we think the clouds are going to be tomorrow. We started off at 8 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see, clouds really begin to retreat. Just some high cloudiness now develops across the area, some variable sunshine. And I think that's going to be the rule. And look, as we get into the evening hours, just clear skies across most of the Evergreen state. Rain Tracker shows where the rain will fall starting now through tomorrow. And as you get the idea, again, maybe just a few mountain showers in northern Idaho, western Montana, and northeastern Washington take you up to noon on Friday. So the showers, if any of them, are going to be scattered up to 5 o'clock tomorrow. And again, those would mostly be in the highest elevations of northern Idaho and the mountains of northeastern Washington. Some of the current temperatures from the Storm Tracker 2 Weather Network, as you can see, we're in the low 50s in most locations. Still 60, though, over in Moses Lake. Look at the cool weather, though, in Kellogg, St. Mary's, and Pullman. In the 40s there. 55 down in Lewiston. 51 degrees at the airport as we speak, and it's also 52 in Coeur d'Alene. High today, 63, overnight low 40. There's your record high of 86, and the record low was 32 degrees back in 1987. Tree pollen's moderate, as is mold spores and grass pollen, and weed pollen we're not worrying about right now. Sunny skies in Seattle tomorrow. We'll look for sunny skies in the Tri-Cities and a high near 75. More sunshine across Moses Lake and Walla Walla. Could see a few mountain thunderstorms across Kalispell and Missoula. So overnight, we'll drop it down to 44 with partly cloudy skies, so fairly mild. It's going to be windy tomorrow, though, 10 to 20 mile-an-hour winds as we look at that high of 67 degrees. Then on Saturday, we really begin to crank it up. Mother Nature gets serious about this springtime weather as we get 10 degrees above normal. 74 on your Saturday, near 80 on Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, we're back down around 74, but as you can see there, we keep temperatures in the 70s through Thursday. And I mentioned, I think, this earlier, but some of the computer models actually have on Sunday and Monday temperatures actually into the 80s. So it will be interesting to see what happens tomorrow with the latest computer model run to see if that holds true, because that would be, you know, almost 20 degrees above normal. Quite a swing from the cold temperatures we've had for the last 3 weeks.
That's right, going from below normal to above normal very quickly.
Yeah, nice and warm.
Well, coming up here on the Late Shift, why some experts say playing with action figures could lead to eating disorders in boys.
And baby boomers, do you remember the Bionic Woman television show? Well, this little girl will soon have a bionic arm. See how it's working coming up next on KREM 2 News, latest at 11.
Road trip Gina made the call to the desert paradise. Neon lights, drive-through marriage, see the shows, enjoy the sights.
The Mazda Protege. Life's a gamble. Your car shouldn't be.
While most pharmacies offer chairs to people picking up prescriptions, at Shopko, we offer something a little different, like chairs, tables, appliances, towels, TVs, jeans, jewelry, and more. One-stop shopping at Shopko.
Hello? Hello?
Just a reminder, a complete state-of-the-art eye exam isn't complete without a state-of-the-art doctor. For highly qualified doctors of optometry, trust Shopko Optical.
Here's today's Washington and Idaho Mortgage Index for the 30-year fixed rate. For up-to-the-minute rates from 124 local lenders, visit our website at KREM.com.
Yeah, give me a medium pepperoni. Oh, hold on.
What if you had caller ID?
Jimbo!
That worked even when you're on the phone.
Yeah, bring the kids. Hi, make that 2 large pepperonis. Oh, wait a second. Peg, hi. Well, bring all the girls. Listen, change that. I need 5 jumbo pepperonis.
Call now and we'll deliver our best deal ever. This free ID box when you order caller ID with call waiting. No wonder life's better here.
It's the pre-Memorial Day Red Tag Sales Event at Downtown Toyota. 4 days of incredible savings under the tent. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Over 250 new and used vehicles. $1,000 cash back on Tacoma. All clearly marked with special red tag savings. Buy a new Toyota Tacoma 4x2 for $10,988. Or buy a new Camry for $16,988. Downtown Toyota's Red Tag pre-Memorial Day tent sale. Through Monday only. Downtown Toyota, 3rd and Jefferson.
You're watching KREM 2 News with the latest at 11.
An important recall to tell you about tonight.
Yeah, there's some mascara that could kill you. Federal officials say Wet n Wild Mega Lash mascara may contain a dangerous bacterium which can be fatal for people with cystic fibrosis or a weakened immune system. Well, we've heard people complain that Barbie is an unrealistic model for girls. Well, now action figures for boys are getting the same rap. Eating disorder experts worry that the big muscles and tiny waistlines on those action figures could lead to later problems in boys, like steroid abuse.
A new bionic arm holds promise for a girl who was born without a left arm below the elbow. Melissa can do a lot with one arm, like playing basketball, but she would like to play the piano. A doctor has created a bionic hand that just might let her do that.
When I want to move and flex my index finger, I have a tendon that I can feel in my arm here. So the socket is instrumented with sensors that detect a motion of a tendon or muscle that would normally be tied to a specific finger motion.
I think of my fingers moving and they move the fingers.
The prosthetic would be molded from an actual hand and then painted to match Melissa's skin tone.
Well, you know, every day more and more people are buying products over the internet.
Millions and millions, and that has some traditional store owners worried about their future. Coming up in our Impact 2000 report, how retailers will try to lure you back to their stores. We'll take a look at the Mall of the Future coming up.
Impact 2000 reports are sponsored by Avista Utilities.
This race will make your heart pump.
your adrenaline rush. It's the race to clear over 500 cars and trucks off the lot by May 31st. It's the Memorial Day 500 at your Northwest Ford store. Get up to $1,500 cash back or as low as 0-9 financing plus $750 cash back on the best built cars and trucks in America. Save thousands on Escort, Mustang, Explorer, Ranger, and even F-150. 500 must go, so make a pit stop at your Northwest Ford store today.
Pet emergency rooms and high-tech medical care, a booming business. But is it all really necessary? We'll look at the pet owners and clinics willing to spare no expense. A special report tomorrow at 5 on KREM 2 News.
Low interest rates, huge cash back, low monthly payments. The spring savings sale is going on now at your local GMC dealer. For a limited time, choose from a tremendous selection of new GMCs with your choice of tremendous money-saving factory incentives. Cash back up to $1,500. Financing as low as 0.9%. Or monthly smart lease payments starting as low as $149. The spring savings sale, only at your local GMC dealer today.
The big savings at Lamont's this Friday and Saturday just don't stop. From night into day. Shop Lamont's Friday 4 to 11 p.m. and all day Saturday. Save 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70% on fashions, accessories, and homes store-wide. Earn big bucks back. Get $5 for every $25 you spend. Plus, take an extra $10 off the sale price of every pair of Levi's. And 60% off original prices on already reduced spring clearance. For brands you trust, savings you love. Shop Lamont's night into day sale. Friday 4 to 11 p.m. and all day Saturday.
A missing daughter, desperate parents, and a real-life seance with a man who says he can talk to the dead. Will he find her on the other side, or is their Molly still alive? Searching for living proof. Next Extra.
Tomorrow night at 6:30 on KREM 2.
With a 300 horsepower V8 and Formula One inspired E-Shift, driving the Lexus GS400 is always fun and games.
New record. Good race.
To continue play, see downtown Lexus of Spokane.
Gotta like the sound of this. Shopping in the new millennium will have fun written all over it.
Indeed, that's true. Traditional developers are facing stiff competition from internet retailing, and now they're working hard to bring you excitement in your shopping experience. In our Impact 2000 report, keeping you from shopping online and getting you back to the malls. That's the greatest challenge for retailers as we head into the 21st century. You're looking at the Mall of America in Minneapolis, or the theme parking of retail shopping. Entertainment is taking over the malls. The Mills Corporation is only dedicating 30% of its latest concept, the block, to retail shopping. Developers know the key to catching your dollars is giving you something to experience.
It is entertainment. We do this together. It's our outing.
Larry Samuel is a trend watcher who, with his partners, wrote the book, The Future Ain't What It Used to Be. They call shopping in the future theme parking.
Retailers are going to fight the internet by making shopping much more fun, much more interesting, much more entertaining.
When malls first came on the scene back in the 1950s, shoppers were amazed so many stores could fit under one roof. Now the internet is amazing us by letting us shop under our own roof. And to get you out of the house, more stores are going the route of the Bass Pro Shops. Here, you experience the feel and the touch of the fishing rod or archery set before you buy it. The winning retailers in the future will give you personal service and expert advice, entertainment, and they'll let you experience the product. By the year 2005, Samuel says shopping will fall under 3 categories: the internet, the large shopping malls with entertainment, and small boutiques with extra personal attention.
Shopping till I drop.
And the winner will be you. Trend watchers say the middle-sized stores may run into challenges in the future because they're too small to offer big fun and too big to really get personal. That could make it tough for them in the new millennium.
Sure looked fun anyway, didn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Well, the Jazz look to make it 2 wins in a row over Portland. Mark has the highlights just ahead.
And Daredevil Robbie Knievel tries to go boldly where his father couldn't over the Grand Canyon. Coming up in after tonight's scoreboard, I should say.
Mud holes, dirt roads. Most people wouldn't think of driving through stuff like that. But then that's the beauty of Subaru all-wheel drive. It automatically transfers power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip, which means it does the thinking for you.
Sorry, mate. Guess I wasn't thinking.
Subaru, the beauty of all-wheel drive.
As the big wedding approaches,
Oh, so you invited Rachel then?
Ross remembers.
Do you think it would be okay if I asked you out?
Maybe.
It's always been you, Rach.
Oh, God.
You're over me?
Oh, maybe we should just take a break.
And Rachel
I feel...
will never forget.
It's Ross. How can I watch him get married?
Next Friends.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 on KREM 2.
Look for the sign, you're in Les Schwab country. Les Schwab, the place with the tires for you. The name you trust when you're on the road. The tires that get you through. Look for the sign, you're in Les Schwab country. Les Schwab, the place with the tires for you.
We all use electricity every day. We take it for granted, but never forget, electricity can be dangerous if not used safely. We all use electricity every day. We take it for granted, but never forget, electricity can be dangerous if not used safely.
The event you've been waiting for is here. The biggest selection of award-winning minivans, from the lowest priced to the ultimate. Now for a limited time during the National Chrysler Plymouth Spring Sales Drive. Get big $1,000 cash allowances or our lowest APR 1.9 or our lowest lease rates on every award-winning minivan. The National Chrysler Plymouth Spring Sales Drive, for a limited time only.
Get these speakers when you buy or lease a Chrysler Plymouth minivan with an Infinity sound system.
Well, you got to be able to finish to win in the NBA. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Holyoak. Portland learned that the hard way Tuesday night, scoring just 5 points in the fourth quarter. Utah took advantage and won Game 1. Tonight, it's Game 2. We take it to the Delta Center. Let's get physical. Arvydas Sabonis breaks out of the scrum, the foul, and the bucket. My goodness, Isaiah Ryder, the drive, puts up the running jumper, hits it. Now look at the clock. The Jazz down 4 late. John Stockton, the great pass out to Jeff Hornacek for 3. He hits it. It's a 1-point game. Then Utah with the last gasp, down 2. Stockton drives to the bucket all alone, gets the bump, puts it up, and it won't drop in for him. Portland hangs on to it at 84-81. The series is tied at a game apiece. On to Atlanta, Game 2 between the Hawks and Knicks. Latrell Sprewell the foul and gets the roll. He had 31 points for the second game in a row. Steve Smith driving in for the Hawks, lays it up to Dikembe Mutombo. The big fella throws it down, and talk about throwing it down. Check out Marcus Camby. Over the top of Mutombo and throws it down. New York wins it by 7. The Knicks lead the series 2-0. Orlando guard Darrell Armstrong made a little league history today. He's the first ever to win both the NBA Most Improved Player and Sixth Man awards in the same season. Well, head coach Paul Graham now has a full staff at Washington State. He hires Gary Stewart as an assistant. Stewart comes to Wazoo from Cal State Hayward with impressive credentials. 4 times he was named the California NCAA Division III Coach of the Year. Well, what a bad time for the Mariners to have a day off. Riding a 4-game winning streak and having belted 13 home runs in their last 3 games, Seattle traveled to Kansas City today. That's where they'll kick off a 6-game road trip tomorrow. To the Big Apple, and a big day for the Mets. Robin Ventura, top of the first, bases loaded. Ventura unloads them deep down the right field line. The Mets win Game 1 of the doubleheader 11-10. Game 2, bottom of the fifth, bases loaded, and what do you know? Ventura does it again. The first player to hit grand slams in both games of a twin bill. New York wins Game 2, 10-1. 3 weeks ago tonight, Mother Nature snowed out Robbie Knievel's attempt to jump his motorcycle 220 feet across the Grand Canyon. Tonight, the son of evil gets his chance, but he does so without a parachute on his back. Why? Well, Robbie says that would throw off his balance. Of course, it could save his life, too. We take you to the Grand Canyon. There he is atop the jump, waving to his fans. Among those on hand, his mother. Here we go. The canyon floor 2,500 feet below. He is up and over easily, but look at the rough landing. Falls, rolls into the bale of hay. A possible leg injury, lightheaded. He's helped to his feet and celebrates a world record jump of 228 feet. Finally, and I mean finally, I've been working on my golf swing, although it probably doesn't show here in the video. Anyway, I'll make hundreds of swings tomorrow as I try to play 100 holes of golf in one day. It's part of the first annual Chaz Golf Marathon fundraiser, Chaz being the Community Health Association service.
We have 4 medical clinics, 2 dental clinics that serve a huge population of needy people. We're running out of money.
Do you expect to treat any of us when the day's over?
Oh, of course we're going to treat you. We've got a wonderful...
I mean medically.
Oh! We think that you may need a little Advil for some aching joints.
And I need help for my hands. And of course, most golfers only have one golf glove for their left hand. So I went to get a match. You can't find a right-handed golf glove in this town that fits, so I had to get a baseball glove. Oh. Nice match, huh?
Oh, well, hey, if it works, huh?
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, I'll need it.
Not going to get much sleep tonight.
No.
That swing doesn't look that bad. We'll be right back.
It's the Pre-Memorial Day Red Tag Sales Event at Downtown Toyota. 4 days of incredible savings under the tent. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Over 250 new and used vehicles. $1,000 cash back on Tacoma. All clearly marked with special red tag savings. Buy a new Toyota Tacoma 4x2 for $10,988. Or buy a new Camry for $16,988. Downtown Toyota's Red Tag Pre-Memorial Day tent sale. Through Monday only. Downtown Toyota, 3rd and Jefferson.
They've shut down the Stargate.
You're still just going to throw it in, huh?
Have our order.
Jack, if we don't go through, this whole planet could be wiped out.
But stopping Colonel Jack O'Neill and the SG-1 team isn't so easy.
I always get a happy, tingly feeling when I see those guys.
Can they save Earth from a full-scale alien invasion?
We're not on a planet, are we?
It's happening. We're on an attack ship headed to Earth.
On the next Stargate SG-1.
This Saturday at 7 on KREM 2.
It's been called everything from a milestone to a day of reckoning. But whatever you call the turn of the century, it will affect everyone's life. That's why KREM 2 has begun Impact 2000. KREM 2 News reports that define problems and solutions, special programs that inform and engage you, and special activities to help us all turn the corner. Look for Impact 2000 on KREM 2, because you'll see more than a program, a report, or a solution. You'll see the future.
Find out if you're a winner. Watch the Washington State Lottery Drawing Live every night at 7 on Northwest Cable News, the official Washington State Lottery Network.
During Dodge Adventure 99, America's best-selling, most innovative minivan now comes with a $1,000 cash allowance. Or you can choose a vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida. Or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Tonight, Spokane students, educators, and community leaders were recognized for their contributions to achieve diversity and equity in our fine community.
Tonight's ceremony at Spokane Community College kicked off with a special instrumental performance by some Spokane students. 25 people and groups were honored for programs or events that range from breaking down racial, social, and gender issues to school students who resolve conflicts by being mediators. Organizers of the Diversity and Equity Awards say every action helps our community.
But it also gives coverage to those who are doing things.
And that's what I like. It gives that visibility to say, hey, our community is healthy and trying to get healthier, if you will. And people have done things. Come join us.
And this is the 5th year that the awards ceremony has been held.
Thomas, we got a little time for some weather.
Well, we can talk about that. So, you know, we've had such cool weather that we've had to endure, and now we really begin to see things warm up. Now, tomorrow will still be a bit on the windy side, still in the 60s, which is pretty close to normal right there with Friday's temperature. But by the weekend, we're into the 70s and probably near 80 degrees on Sunday and Monday, maybe even above 80.
Diversity in weather, too.
Yes.
All right.
Keep the wind down.
Sorry.